Hello everybody. Hello Lena.
Tere. Hello.
And welcome Roland and Gwynnym live with us from sunny Melbourne. Good morning to Gilles in London. How are you doing, Gilles?
It's really fascinating, right? That we're all kind of connecting to each other, talking to each other from these different time zones and different places. Like, I think it's pretty incredible, yeah.
And hello Peter in St. Petersburg.
Hello Haley, hello everybody from St. Petersburg. It's really great pleasure to be here tonight.
Hello to Mummy, live from Tallinn in Estonia. And with us live today from Helsinki in Finland, Marco Casagrande. So Marco, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm very well, thank you. And are you ready to give your presentation here today for this first edition of Architectures Live?
Quite ready, let's see how it goes.
Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Thank you very much. And here to start proceedings, I'd like to invite our first speaker of this Architecture Live to the stage, Lena Gottme, an architect who works and resides in Paris. So thank you very much for coming here today. You're highly accoladed for your designs and collaborative works, and of course you're here to tell us your story and to discuss what you consider to be the principles of the future of architecture. Now we're going to go to the other side of the world, Melbourne to be precise, to hear our next speaker's interpretation and what he thinks is the future of architecture, which is a lot more technocratic. I'd like to welcome Mr. Roland Snooks.
Hi.
It's over to you. Our next speaker, Peter Svetnikov from St. Petersburg, thinks that there is a real relationship between poetry and architecture. He works at the architectural bureau called Cathartis, and he believes that architecture is, first and foremost, poetry. So firstly, Peter, I've heard that you're not feeling 100% today, so thank you so much for being with us here today. How are you feeling, firstly?
Thank you, not bad today, but I'm joining you from home, and I want to wish you all a very good health.
Architecture as poetry is the topic of your presentation today, and you'll be telling us all about it in just a second. The environment and the awareness of our surroundings are mandatory for our next guest, is the architect Marco Casagrande. So firstly, Marco, thank you very much for being here once again with us. It was a long and interesting journey before we realised that architecture is an integral part of the environment and not just building science. You've worked in different parts of the world, notably in Asia, made experiments and looked for ways to create architecture that allows people to live in harmony with nature. Now for our first speaker of this second part of Architecture Live. He's live from Melbourne in Australia. It's Gwynnym Jean. Now he's going to be sharing with us his vision of architecture for the future. Welcome Gwynnym, and it's great to see you as a hologram, especially as you're in charge of a technology company called Hologram working on hybrid reality. let's move on to our next speaker, and he's live in London. Gilles, how are you?
Hey Hayley, how are you? All good, all good. You?
I'm doing great, thank you very much, Gilles, and everything is fine here in Paris. The world is constantly evolving, and when we're back to normal after this pandemic, then it will be boundless once again. This means that we can work on the other side of the world to the project on which we're working. But architects must always take into consideration the locations and the surroundings of a project. Now, who better to talk to us about this than Tomomi Hiyashi?